welcome back to Beauty Bee. So this channel is about budget beauty. I figure that many people who watch are likely interested in Influenster and VoxBox and receiving free products. Now I'd heard about this service in probably 2014 or so, and I ended up signing up in 2015. At the time, I had only heard about it from some pretty good-sized influencers. Jessica Braun, I remember hearing about it from, and I believe that she's actually the one who sort of convinced me to sign up. Now, at the time, she was not huge, but I would imagine she was somewhere around the 100,000 subscriber mark on YouTube. So a pretty big channel. So I thought that now that I've been a member for 5 years, we could talk a little bit about my experience, and you might be able to get a good idea of what your experience would look like were you to sign up. So I signed up, I think as I mentioned before, in the spring of 2015. At the time, I was a junior in college, and I have been continually involved to some extent with Influenster for just a hair over 5 years at this point. So at first, when I heard about it, I assumed it was a little bit scammy, but they never asked me for any information that I felt uncomfortable giving out. They asked me for my name. They asked me for my address only when they wanted to send me things, and they asked for age. That was fine. I was willing to give that. I received my first VoxBox probably about a month after I signed up, and this was kind of a weird little assortment of things. Unfortunately, I do not have the exact contents of this box anywhere, but I can say that my first, I believe, 3 VoxBoxes were kind of weird grab bag mixtures. I remember that in that first VoxBox, I got like an EOS style soft lips, back when they had back when EOS was always in those little egg shapes. There was one of those. There were 2 or 3 different kinds of snacks, like a gummy candy, and then maybe 2 kind of salty snacks, all from brands that I'd never heard of. And I would guess that this box was worth probably around the $10 mark. So certainly it was fun to get, and I made sure to fill out all the surveys and post on Influencer about it, but nothing incredible. Over the next year and a half, I had a very similar experience. I got another 2 really odd little hodgepodge boxes, and again, I continued to review on Influencer. I never went super out of my way to review, but if I did have a beauty product that I was using, I tried to write a review. If I had, 10 minutes online where I just wasn't doing anything, I'd go and knock out 3 reviews on Influencer. So now, from fall 2016 on, I do have record of, I believe, everything that I've received from Influencer. It's possible that there are 1 or 2 VoxBoxes missing, but I don't think so. I've got my list off to the side if you're wondering where I'm looking. Alright, so I received a VoxBox that had a Aussie shampoo and conditioner set, both of which were $2.99. Following that, sometime probably winter 2016, maybe very early 2017, I received a Febreze air freshener that retailed for $5.20. There was a little bit of a break after that, and in spring 2017, I received a Maybelline box that had a strobing liquid highlighter that retailed for $10, and a Maybelline Dream Brightening Creamy Concealer for $7.99. So the weirdness level of my boxes had definitely gone down. These items generally made sense to be together. You know, I would be in the Aussie VoxBox and receive two products from Aussie, or I'd get a one-off that just had a deodorant or a cleaner or something along those lines. And it sort of continued along that line for quite a while. I wasn't getting anything of particularly high value, but I was able to save a little bit of money. I a couple of times was able to get shampoo and conditioner for free, and I thought it was worthwhile, so I continued to fill out my surveys and add reviews when I had time. Now in 2018, I believe I received 2 boxes total. One contained an Herbal Essences shampoo and conditioner set in sort of a matching blue ginger, which I think was supposed to be like super deep cleaning and maybe rejuvenating. And those would have been $5.99 each had I purchased them in the store. Later that year, I received a spray deodorant from Dove, which was about $5.99 in store. Now, here is where things change a little bit again. I'm still a student, but previously I had been using I'd linked solely my Facebook, maybe Twitter, I think. Anyway, I've never been super into that side of social media. So I didn't have a huge number of followers. I think that between the 2 accounts, I probably had 100-ish, maybe just shy of that. But I had been running 2 decent-sized blogs on Tumblr that sometime in late 2018 I linked to my Influenster account. And I think you'll notice as I talk about what I received afterwards, how that may have changed what I received. So in spring 2019, I received what is probably my most exciting box that I've ever gotten from Influencer. This contained a Obagi. I'm not 100% sure about how to pronounce that name. The Clinical Keratin Plus Hydrating Cream, which I actually have right here. This is a Sephora skincare brand, and this retails for $55. I also got a vitamin C eye cream from the same brand, which is $65 at Sephora. So this was a different tier of box, clearly. My good luck continued, and in August of 2019, I received an Olay VoxBox that contained a night serum that would have been $29 and a serum stick that would have been $27. I suspect that the reason this change has occurred is twofold. First, I have at this point been a good influencer for 4 years. I have consistently reviewed everything that I get in my box and completed the badge that goes with it, if possible. I had also grown my impact score quite a bit, which is the number that Influencer attaches to the number of followers and friends you have on various social media sites. Now, in the last few months, I have not gotten anything quite as large. In November 2019, I received a NYX blush in the new Sweet Cheeks range that would have been $7.50. And in April of this year, I received a Shea Moisture sheet mask that would have been $3.50. Let's also talk just a little bit about my general reviewing behavior on Influencer. I have written a couple hundred reviews on Influencer over these past 5 years. I would guesstimate that about 10 to 15% of those are the required reviews that Influenster has you do when you become part of one of their campaigns. And to continue using Influenster in the future, I've appreciated what I've received, and I think it's an interesting service. I do not find the surveys and such that they ask you to do to be particularly time consuming, and additionally, Influencer has never put me in a place where I felt uncomfortable to leave an honest review. Generally, the tasks that you are asked to complete after receiving a VoxBox are along the lines of maybe posting a picture to your Instagram of the product, writing a review on 1 to 2 websites, and always marking that you received the item free from Influencer or for review purposes or as part of a promotion. They give you that language. And you are generally also asked to review on Influencer. So I guess the short version of it is, if you are interested in Influencer, I think it is worth it to give it a shot. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you found it informative, I hope you will consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye!